where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
Now, from across the tri-state, this is KHQA Sports.
It was a hard-earned honor that made the Quincy University baseball team a very hard target today. Josh Raby's crew opened the Midwest Regional as the top seed, but found Ashland not willing to comply to play the numbers game. Some tough sledding in Lindenwood, although a good early start from Jake Peterson. First inning extended his streak of scoreless innings to 26, 2 strikeouts, and a ground ball back to himself, but it would end there, the streak, in the second inning on 2 Hawk airs and 5 hits, and all of a sudden the Eagles had built themselves a 5-0 lead in the second frame that looked commanding. Ashland with a chance to add to that tally in the 6th. Right here, beautiful piece of defensive work, though, by Corey Wisdom. Gets the runner at the plate. It's still 5-0. Bottom of the 6th, life for Quincy University. Finally, here off the bat of David Jacob to deep left field. That solo shot spurred what would be a big frame. Now, that was the big blast. It was a smaller hit that kind of forced things along, and it came courtesy of Quincy Notre Dame's Dominic Miles with 1 out right here, drops the bunt, somehow beats this to first base. The Ashland crowd didn't agree, but he was called safe, and that set up Justin Bleckley, who goes just inside the first baseline, kisses the faux, whatever you want to call that, baseline or faux chalk, if you will. That's a 2-run triple that cuts the lead to 5-3. Bottom of the 8th, same score, 5-3. 2 on for pitch hitter Tommy Hager, who's going to drop down the sack bunt, and oh my goodness, Ashland's going to throw it away right there, making it a 5-4 game. 1 out at this point. Peter Cunningham with runners at first and third, going to hit into the double play, but that's enough to get Dominic Miles home right here and tie the game up at 5 apiece. Now the Hawks in the bottom of the 9th had a chance to potentially win this thing. Bryn Martinez standing on first base with 2 outs. He gets the steal but overslides the base. Now check out this rundown, because Josh Raby had problems with the call. Looks like he avoids the tag very clearly, but Raby's contention was he did not run out of the baseline. The officials saw it differently. So we go to the bottom of the 10th after Jake Wade sets Ashland down to the top. Runners on first and third for Dominic Miles again. Right back up the middle, your game winner, and a mob for Mr. Miles. Well-deserved as Quincy University avoids disaster and wins today by the final count of 6-5. Mr. Miles playing your hero.
He threw me curveballs. I got ahead. It was 2-1, and I was sitting curveball, and that's what he threw me. Because I don't know, I saw a lot of curveballs today, didn't see many fastballs, so just reacted and hit up the middle. The pressure was definitely on them. I was just relaxed at the plate, take deep breaths, and just react and hit up the middle.
In tournament play, it's always better to get the first win, so you don't have to come through the loser's bracket. And if you would have talked to anybody after a third inning, they have one of the best pitchers in the country on the mound, and I just I thought we could hit him, and if we could just hold him down and play a little catch-up, I thought this would be the result.
Now, I don't know if this is good news or bad news for the Hawks given their struggles with William Jewell, but Truman State gets the win tonight over William Jewell 6-0. Paul Trenhill, the Hannibal product, didn't have a very good night, but Truman State wins and advances anyway, which means Quincy University gets William Jewell, a team they've struggled with this season. Coming up tomorrow at 3 o'clock, highlights right here on the Big Sports Final Show. Good news for John Wood, which opens the Region 24 tournament over in Springfield with a big-time win over Danville area. Jalen Poindexter, his 16th home run in that one. Up next for John Wood, a chance to take on the 1-seed Heartland coming up tomorrow at noon. Let's do some track and field. Rushville Industry Girls Sectional. Boy, a big night for Illini West, and it starts with this young lady in the middle of your screen. That's Michaela Gronwald. You know her from basketball. She can flat sprint it as well, blowing away the field to qualify for state in a time of 13:09. By the way, Illini West not done yet. Relays all about the Chargers in this one. 4x1 win to Illini West in a time of 50:10. 4x200 in a time of 1:47.91. 4x4 a time of 4:06.37. 3 straight wins, and the girls continued. Carly Garnett, who you see here nearly lapping the field at this particular moment, gets the win in the 2-mile and the 1-mile for Illini West as well. 4x8, Liberty looked like it might be in great position going into that last lap to win itself a title here. However, Pleasant Plains made a great stretch down the end, caught Liberty at the wire, but both those teams, Pleasant Plains and Liberty, going to state in the 4x8. How about the girls' 100-meter hurdles right here? Central's Melanie Eilers trying to qualify for state. She's in 3rd place. She's running well, but her qualifying time not quick enough to get her to state. She's had a great season, though. She's a good one. Better news for Illini West in the discus. This is no surprise. Megan McElroy is going to win it and qualify for state with a throw of 132 feet. Other state qualifiers included Lauren Glick from Camp Point in the long jump, Riley Plummer and Madison Plummer in the pole vault. Also, Caden Miller, Madeline Ward in the high jump as well, and Mariah Brody in the 800. Finally, tonight, a couple of scores passed along from soccer. Fort Madison wins over Fairfield. Keokuk girls lose a heartbreaker to Burlington Notre Dame. And some football news. In quest to replace its outgoing head coach Scott Murdoch, Clark County football has opted to go both young and alum. Ethan Allen, who served as lead assistant on Murdoch's team, will be the new head coach. Allen is a 2009 Clark County grad and a key member of that 2008 state championship. You see him there in the Mizzou shirt in the background. His new defensive coordinator is Brian Plenge by way of Hannibal, by way of Clark County, who was a defensive back on that team as well. Well, big football news for you of another coaching change coming on Monday as well.
All right, thanks, Chris. Back after this.
Too busy to wait for your prescription at Brown Drug? With Rx Notify, you no longer have to. When your prescription is received at Brown Drug, you're free to go about your day and be notified by text, voicemail, or email when your prescription is ready to be picked up. It's tough to put a price on convenience, so at Brown Drug we don't. It's free. Brown Drug, delivering Quincyans prescriptions for over 100 years, and that's a lot of free.
Don't miss Resource Expo 2015 on May 21st. Seniors, persons with disabilities, and their caregivers will get cutting-edge information from more than 70 vendors. Enjoy lunch served